Don't forget the maybe, baby.
If you are 40 plus, it's time to leave them young girls alone and get you a woman who understands the signs of a stroke. Start rewarding inconsistency with unavailability.
So everybody's gonna be consistent at doing something.
That time you confuse a lesson for a soulmate.
Bible never tells a woman to love a man. You're supposed to love her. She's not supposed to love you back at the same level.
Because when you have all these contingencies, you're not saying, I'm not going to love you. I'm not going to let God love you through me.
So somebody told me a long time ago, they said, look, before you go on a date with someone, release first. They said, release first, so that way, when you go on that date, now you're not just looking at them through sexual eyes. You can clearly see what that person is saying and what that person is doing.
But what is the kind of brother that gets sleepy after?
You can trust them to be themselves.
Yeah. Hey, all four of us in the building right now, man. Hey, it's a good look, man. It's a good look, fellas. It's a good look. Healthy black men. It's a good look. What's up? What's up? Man.
What up, fellas?
I'm feeling it, man. Mike got the brand new braids. All of a sudden, still drinking out of that Trolls cup, but it's all good.
I'm consuming more water these days for my health. The maybe this help cup wasn't enough water, brother.
Wasn't enough. Too many trips. I got you.
Right.
Dude, let's man care. But look. Dub has upgraded. You know he used to have a candle burning in the background. He set the whole TV on fire.
Oh,
TV
fireplace.
Hey, no trip. I'm moving this way. I still got the candles. Bam.
Hey.
Wow. Every time, bro. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Actually, my living room, because my bedroom too nice. You know, you got to earn that. Fellas.
Wow. Hey, listen. Is it okay as a grown person to just hump in your living room? Like, is that what you do?
Man, it's okay as a grown person to hump all over your house.
When people sit on your couch.
Stay out of the kids' room. You stay out. Just saying.
Wow.
You know what? I'm about to go somewhere. I don't even want to go there. Mike, can you please welcome the show, bro?
Hey, man, welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help the Podcast. We have a great show. We got all four of the brothers in the building tonight. Yeah, man, I'm ready to get started. Let's bring it in with a check-in. I think we should save the birthday boy for last, though.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
And that's Maxwell Allison. Know about the Allison.
Allison been coming with lately. She been real fiery.
Y'all been sleeping on Ashley. I mean, wow, Allison. On the mind. It's on the mind. On the mind. Did everybody have to take a sip of something?
Yep.
Golly.
Got like 20 degrees hotter just now.
Wait. It was funny because Dub looked to the left, Mike took a sip, and I'm trying to hold in my life.
I just embraced it. Ashley, I'm thinking about you, and clearly you're on my mind. So, yeah.
That is good.
Wow. Well, Carrie, why don't you go ahead and check in?
Listen,
Check in, please. Take the spotlight off of me.
Please.
I am currently at one of my brother's house in the Bay Area. Blessed to been traveling all weekend and doing what I love to do, which God gave me the ability to share with the world my gift. So I am out working. We're getting ready to go have dinner, family dinner tonight. My brother just got engaged. So
What me?
yeah, man, I wanted to tap in with the fellas. Make sure I tapped in with my other brothers, because that's what life is about, man. Other than that, man, I'm good. Oh, by the way, your nephew says hello to all three of you guys. He does have your numbers in his phone, so he will be reaching out this week.
Listen,
wow.
I got a random text message last Tuesday, and all it was my nephew's face.
Wow.
I was like, "What's up, boy?"
So it's been funny getting text messages from my son. That's kind of a little different, man. You know.
Yeah, they growing up, man.
Just, you know, blessed to really. The more I thought about it, this whole little trip and a couple flights, it's like I'm hard on myself sometimes and feeling like, am I being lazy? But when I think about stuff like yesterday, like I worked Friday night, then I went to, then I had to fly, and then I worked Saturday morning, then I had to fly, and then I worked last night. That's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And it's not lazy. So I'm saying that to say to people, if you following anything that's close to a dream, it's already a lot of work. Be kind to yourself. That's it.
Buddy. Yeah, buddy.
All right. Man, Mike, you want to go, bro?
My week, man. My week was great. Very uneventful for once. Had a lot of jobs, but they're jobs that I could complete with a minuscule amount of actual work. So I'm blessed to have that. I don't get too many weeks that are not crazy and all over the place and running all across the world to get stuff done. So I'm grateful for that little bit of semi-rest. I had a great experience on Friday night, but I'll leave that for somebody else to talk about. And then I was supposed to link up with my brother this week, but he like he said, he works like a doggone Jamaican these days. But it's all good, man. I just really appreciate every chance I get to spend with you cats, man. It does my heart good. I was telling Jay on our way home from the other night, like, I'm so glad that everybody embraces everybody, the new, the old, the been here for 20 years, the been here for 2 years, been here for a year. It just feels like everybody is family, you know what I mean? So when somebody else that maybe I've never met comes around, it's still all love, like Dub, but his cousin, it was like we had known each other for a while, you know what I mean? And I dig that vibe, man. So yeah, man, my week was good. My weekend was even better, man.
Amen. Man, I had a good week, man. This week was I think mentally and biologically challenging at work, just a lot of stuff. So I was so grateful to get into my Sabbath this week, man, and get my rest in, man. But work is going well, still getting acclimated. Man, there's so many different friendships I have not been able to pour into like I used to. When I say a lot, it's a lot. And some of y'all are probably watching the show. And man, honestly, I'm still trying to get acclimated to this corporate job, 40 hours a week, from being an entrepreneur pretty much my whole life. But it's good, man. I was talking to Dub about it the other night. Like, I see the benefit of a vacation day. I see why people want to go to happy hour. I'm starting to understand, like, wow, no complaints. I love going to my job. They want me to go remote, but I actually like going in because I like who I'm working with. Plus, I got purpose in the building. And so I need to be where my purpose is. Mike posted something about that earlier, but I feel aligned with God, with my purpose. And I've been checking in with myself to make sure that I'm embracing it. And I'm not trying to rush to the next thing because like like we've been hearing, here is holy. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'll probably get me another nap in probably during the show. Don't knock me, but yeah, probably during the second hour. Dub Central. Dub. I almost uploaded your video, man. Almost.
I thought you did it. I just knew you did it.
Nah, I was trying to keep something private, man, but
Hey, it's all good. So check this out, man. I had a Monday through Friday, right? Was good because I was looking forward to this weekend. But let me tell you, from Friday throughout the entire weekend, I've had the most amazing weekend. Man, it when I say it was, man. It's just been so good, man. Just the outpouring of love that I've been receiving. You know what I'm saying? Just the Friday, you know what I mean, getting together with you guys and just being able to just enjoy you guys, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to, even though, you know what I'm saying, things being my birthday, still having the opportunity to serve even on my birthday, you know what I'm saying, even on my birthday weekend. And it was just being able to do something, you know what I'm saying, just like have this good weekend. It was just amazing. Then yesterday on my actual birthday, I went to the spa in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Just relaxing, put my phone in the locker, didn't bother with nothing, you know what I'm saying? Didn't had a nice dinner and just it was just I had a really, really, really wonderful weekend, man. And I'm excited. Then getting up and listening to the word this morning, you know what I'm saying? Hearing Pastor Mike preach, you know what I'm saying? Pastor Michael Todd preach, man, and it was just so on point and just like being here, you know what I'm saying? Like here. A lot of people, you know, he asked that question, are you happy where you are? You know what I'm saying? And just being here, and it just like allowed me to see so much, even when he talked about the emotion, just letting it out. You know what I mean? I've been so intentional about just being good, you know what I'm saying, and being happy and just being intentional about feeling, you know what I'm saying? I know you guys remember last week I said like I wanna feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just been so intentional about feeling, and let me tell you something, man, it's been so good. Like me and you, Donnie, we talked about, you know what I'm saying, not being excited about, you know what I'm saying, things, trying to get that excitement back. And I tell you, man, this week it wasn't so like I didn't have the ooh excited feeling like that, but the feeling that I had, the excitement of just being peaceful and just everything just falling into place, it just felt so good, man.
Hey, man, honestly, we can show you better than we can tell you, bro. So here you go, man.
I'm back. Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Can I get that Remy? Can I get that Coke? Can I get that Henny? Can I get that margarita on the rocks? Can I get salt all around that rum tray? I was like, yo, Trey, do you think you could buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now. I'm gonna come on.
Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
Let me hear you say,
please.
Let me hear you say,
Your boy Keith, though. Your boy Keith was on. Hey,
man. Thank you for all you guys with these birthday wishes, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all making 41 feel real good already.
I just want to say that I miss Pookie with that glass.
DTF was in the building, man. She was.
I look at it twice. I was like, "Oh, that's Pookie." I was like, "What is that?" Oh. Happy birthday!
Wow.
Oh, man.
You ain't gonna kill me, Pookie. You can kill them. I had nothing to do with that.
He laughed.
Hey.
The whole time, I just don't understand, man, why y'all do Pookie like that. This my face. Oh, KR, I appreciate it. Listen, thank you. I did do the video, but if you want to thank somebody for learning how to put songs together, you could thank this brother right here. I know you heard. I know you heard the blend and the way the songs just. Yeah, I've been watching.
But you know what's funny about that is that's one of the things that me and Donnie had over people in that environment is we had an ear for what worked.
Yeah, man.
And when I hear the transitions in his videos, I'll be like, got him.
Got him.
Hey, man.
Fellas, man.
Wait, before y'all go, I just want to say that even in it being his birthday, like y'all don't know what it feels like. If you don't have a circle, people, then you're missing a lot, because when people show up for you intentionally, unintentionally, they just show up, it means more than you know. Not being able to get out and celebrate with my family, man, it takes a toll on you sometimes. You be doing what you want to do, but it takes a toll on you sometimes. But to see these cats enjoying themselves and especially enjoying what you do, like it means even more. So, man, if you don't have a circle, I suggest that you get on that ASAP Rocky. Thank y'all, man. Even though it was your birthday, I thank you. Yeah, man.
All right, so you guys know how we do this. Did what?
I just felt like I think y'all did it on the time I had to go out of town because nobody wanted to lose in basketball. But you know, it's okay.
Hey, you know, your birthday comes around once a year.
Yikes.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm in. Yep. Got it. Let's go.
So for everybody out there who wants to know how this show works, I know we got a lot of new people listening tonight. This is what we want you to do. It's an interactive chat. That means that what we put up, we're going to discuss. We want you guys to discuss it in the chat as well. And if it's of something of value, we're going to put it on the screen, kind of like this. And we're going to add you to the conversation. If you think somebody needs to be a part of this, go ahead and tag them now so they can get into this. The first hour is all about us discussing memes. The second hour, we discussing videos. And sometimes we just do whatever God leads us to do. So enjoy the ride. Come be a part of this action. And fellas, are ready to get into it?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
You know, with this, guys, remember, you know, everyone in the audience, when you add somebody, it doesn't have to be Facebook. Everybody don't have Facebook. So remember, we have that YouTube live also. Anybody can go on YouTube. Check us out.
Okay, 41. Come through, 41.
Matter of fact, go ahead and pick
Hey, do your thing, bro.
It must be the hat. It must be the hat, Cat Daddy.
What's inside that hat?
Hey.
Oh, the fresh cut. The fresh cuts inside the hat. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't my bad.
Me and Mike on a different vibe right now. We're on a different vibe. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's get it started. You get in relationships to learn how to love each other. You're not supposed to automatically know. People assume this and are too quick to break up. One more time. You get into relationships to learn how to love each other. You're not supposed to automatically know. People assume this and are too quick to break up.
Facts. Man.
Communication, and that's how you study your partner. And studying your partner is how you make things last. You know the things that trigger, you know the things that are good, you know the things that are bad. We talk about this all the time. If you made the decision to choose this person, trusting your choice and diving into the person that you chose will help in this process. Can you put it up one more time, D?
Got you.
Learning the problem that most people have is that you get at a certain age and you feel like because you are stuck in your ways and that's the way you want to be, then that is suffice for your relationship. People change. We talk about how people change often and all the time. You change yourself constantly. So this is something that has to be replayed over and over again when it comes to your mate. You got to keep learning them. And it's okay. You're not going to know everything. But what you do, take it, put it in your back pocket, apply it, and it makes those hard times a little bit easier because you have that in your bag. What's up?
Wow. I was going to go, but Mike got the devil's advocate on you. Go ahead, DA.
No, it's not necessarily what Kerry said. It's more so to the post in general.
Okay.
For the most part, I agree with it. But I'm thinking before I get in a relationship, I'm going to know enough to know whether I want to proceed in the dating phase. When I'm collecting all that data,
There we go.
I'm going to know enough to where I know before we even get into the relationship, that's not what I want. Or, okay, let's proceed and let's go further and dive deeper into this thing. But I don't necessarily know if I'm getting into the relationship to get to know somebody. I feel like that's more so for me. That's more so in the dating phase when I'm getting to know you.
I think that honestly, I think it's in both. To tell you the truth,
yeah, no, for sure.
I do feel, it's a continued education because people change. But I was on the same page with you, man. When I look at this post and I'm looking at it, say, learn how to love each other. Like, am I learning that while I'm dating you? Am I learning that when we become exclusive? Like, at what point am I learning how to love you? Get to know you and learning how to love you, two different things, bro. That's two different things. So for me, yeah.
No, go ahead. For you, what?
I'm about to say for me, that's why I always try to prioritize. I've been big on gotta be friends first. If I gotten older, I've loosened up that. I didn't want to get stuck in my ways and not allow space for God to surprise me with something that goes beyond my logic.
Right.
but still, like learning to love you, like that's not something I'm intentionally trying to do with everybody. I love everybody from a biblical standpoint, but like love you as a partner.
Before you answer this, Dub, I'm thinking that I feel like in this, it's not necessarily learning how to love the person, but learning their love language, learning that type of how that communication works. When you're learning how to love someone, if you have someone that is not openly willing to open up their feelings like that, you know how to pry you're learning that, like Mike said, in the process of dating, you're learning how to maneuver through the person. That's learning how to love that person, learning their love language, learning how they speak love, learning how they do love, because it may be something different from you.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Dub.
This is what I'll say to that. So when I look at that, it makes me think of a lot of times people get into these relationships and they try to compare. They compare what they used to have. They compare how they used to get treated. They try to say, okay, well, I'm used to getting treated like this, and this is what I need, this and this, this and that, right? So it's a lot of comparison. So what it makes me think of is it's like everybody is different. So I don't think about it as just as far as just the love, just being general love and everybody. I also think about it, you know, what Carrie was saying as far as different love languages. But I also think that it has to be a level of openness, right? To understand that everybody is different. So you can't just assume that this person is like this person and every relationship is supposed to go like this because that's just the way it's supposed to go. Because every relationship is not, it's not a blueprint. It's not like a cookie cutter house. Every relationship is not going to be the same because every person is different, right? Well, what didn't work for one person will work for the next person, right? And what you wasn't willing to do for one person, you may very well be willing to do for the next person just because of that person's makeup is completely different, right? The way that person treats you is completely different. So certain things I feel like it differs. And I feel like you definitely have to get to know somebody because once again, you can try to put everybody into these little categories or these little boxes. But if you try to put people into these little boxes, there's some extraordinary things that people do because they're special and unique individually. So if you don't try to learn their uniqueness and what makes them special and how they can bring something and give something more to you, you try to put them in that little box, you already screwed yourself from the gate.
Check this out, man. I want to put this up from Luis. It says, study yourself and your partner before you try to get into a relationship. Don't go into anything of importance without knowing what you're getting into. The ship should be basic, brother. Like, and so this is what I'm saying. I want to get to know beforehand because I may not be able to do what I find out that you need.
Right.
And so for me, being true to myself, I'm not out here just acting like whatever your love style is, I can do that. I know my deficiencies, my shortcomings, and I know areas where I'm not trying to change.
Yeah.
And so if I'm being honest with myself, as I learn where you are and as a friend and just getting to know you and stuff, I'm like, no, I couldn't partner with you on that. I see what you need, and I'm just not willing to, haven't been equipped to, can't really relate to give it to you because you want it a certain way. And so I love what he said right there. And I wanted to ask something else, but I'll go and give my little 2 cents after you, Carrie.
No, go ahead.
Well, going back to what Dub said, I was thinking about me and my dating and how I raised my hand about everybody's different. I feel like for some people, and this is me and maybe not y'all, me and some other people, we're looking for something in particular. And so we date one person and, it doesn't work out. The next person we're dating, we're using that last person as a tool to help us identify what direction we should be going in. That's going to get us closer to the vision. And so there is this subconscious expectation that, okay, this is going to be kind of like that was because I chose with that in mind. And of course, surprise, surprise, it doesn't always work out that way, but I don't think it's a bad approach. And I don't think it's wrong to voice what you're used to, because what you're used to might have been a big influence in what your love language is today. Like in my last relationship, I told a girl, like, this is what my mom did, my sister did, my exes did, what my other friends do. And so that comparison is still there in what I feel like is a healthy way. But some people like, I'm not them. Okay, you don't have to be. I'm telling you what I like. And then you can make a decision like, okay, I can do that, or nah, but I can do this. So tell me if you like this.
I think part of the issue that we run into that is fair. That is very fair in the things that you like. But I think that sometimes people get a little abrasive when it comes to defensive, when it comes to you telling them what you're used to because of where it came from. And sometimes we have to just shorten it to telling them what it is that we like and what it is that we're used to.
That makes really good sense.
That comparison, it makes people automatically, it puts them on the defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not them. I don't do that.
But that's triggering something else that they've been through. Honestly, that don't have nothing to do with the person. They're trying to tell you what they like and what they're used to getting. If you take it that way through your interpreter, that might be something for you to look at. Why'd you get so defensive? Why was that? All they did use was words. They didn't put a gun in your head and say, you got to buy me gifts every birthday. So at some of that, we got to take personal responsibility for how we respond to it.
Absolutely. But it also sounds like a comparison. And the average person in anything that they do doesn't really want to be compared.
But comparison is not bad. Competition can be an issue, but comparison, we comparing things all day long. That's how our brain works.
But maybe that's an issue in itself. Maybe it's an issue itself where everything has to be a comparison. Everything doesn't have to be a comparison. Sometimes if you get shown a unicorn, take that unicorn for a unicorn. Don't say, oh, you look too much like a horse. You have to be a horse. If that's the actual unicorn, you take it for what it is. So if you have the comparison aspect, and I understand everybody's used to doing it, used to comparing, okay, well, this is what I had, this is what I like. Think about it like this. And you make some great points, bro. If you know what I'm saying, like what people want is what they want. Period, point blank. If it's something that they're looking for, it's something that they're looking for. Get it, got it, good. But look at it also like this. Look at it saying, okay, well, hey, this is what I want you to be. This is how I need, blah, 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 this, and that. Some people, like I said, you have the possibility of taking away something really special that one unique person offers, because that person can say, okay, you know what, this is what you need. I'm just going to give you just that. Just what you asked me for. I'm not going to give you all of me, because when I was trying to show you different parts of me, you kind of rejected that in a sense because you just wanted A, B, C, D, and E. So since you want A, B, C, D, and E, I'm going to give you A, B, C, D, and E. But that's putting a restriction on, you know what I'm saying, F through Z that I can give you that you've never even experienced before. Because once you get into people's uniqueness, everybody don't love the same. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody's just, they don't move the same.
I knew you was going. I saw it and I was like,
if a dude says to me, my ex did blank, blank, blank like this, I'm sending his ass right to the back out the door. I don't care what your ex did.
It's like if your ex did this, then first off, why aren't you with your ex? Why it didn't work? You trying to compare me to all these different people. You like it. It's one thing if you like certain things. I get it. Let me if you like certain things, but you just can't just say, hey, you like this is all I want. I don't even want to see what else you have to offer because this is what I want.
I'll tell you like this, man. I feel like I'm just a little different, and I love my difference in my, you know, in my perspective on things. I've had people tell me before what they're used to and what they like and what their ex did, and if I was able to see the joy it brought to them, I was never offended by that. Just like I'm never offended if someone is still friends with their ex like that. And it's just me and maybe like 6 other people on this planet. But it doesn't bother me. And I look at it as, okay, I'm educating myself and this person does it this way. I'm like, okay, cool, man, I can try that. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing what the other stuff that I do. But like Carrie always says, communicate. Babe, you like that? I'm not really big on that, but I'll give it a shot. I see the joy it brings your life, and that's what your ex did. And that was a healthy part of your relationship. Even though y'all wasn't together, it doesn't mean it was all bad. You're telling me about some of the good stuff. So maybe I can take some of that, apply it to my plan here, and take you to a whole nother level. I ain't got to just dismiss everything from your past relationship because y'all broke up. It could have been a lot of good things there, man.
That's completely understandable. I mean, breaking it down even into a science, it's like somebody, I mean, maybe I don't feel like, we can say it, sexually. If if a woman likes this and this is what her ex did and she likes it, she knows you're not gonna not do it because. But again, you also don't have to ask her. So how did you find out that you like this? So what I'm saying is, in that aspect, you sometimes just have to say, "Hey, this is what I like." Now, if
okay, I see what you said.
So check this out.
Why or how did this come about? Cool, we can have that conversation. But maybe somebody wants to know, but they don't necessarily want to know the intel of it. You know what I mean?
I don't mind, but I hear you.
So look at it like this too.
I got to work on that.
No. You don't have to work on it. I'm not saying because I'm like that, but you have to understand that that's not average.
Okay.
But look at it like this though. It's not even so much about average and non-average. It's like this. Whatever you like, it came from some type of experience.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you like, because if you didn't experience it, you wouldn't know you liked it. So it's coming from somewhere. So that's not saying that you have to dismiss it or talk about it or gleam with a little glow in your eye because you're thinking about when your ex did it. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be anything like that. Going back to what the post is just saying, I'm just saying, like, okay, if there's certain things you like, great, let it be certain things you like. But then also understand that everybody is unique, right? Everybody is unique. Everybody is different. You know what I mean? So even if you voice those things that you like, don't put somebody in the cookie cutter box that says, okay, these are things I like and this is all that I want. Get to know the other person's differences that goes along with those things that you voice that you want.
Hey, I just got a text message that said, yes, don't listen to Carrie. You do need to work on that. So between her and Pookie and her both tell me like all the time, don't be comparing. I'm like, that's just healthily what I do. And I guess I just choose to say the wrong words to people who haven't healed in certain areas. And I'm not saying that they damage, but I know the way that I communicate, I come to you guys to help me buffer certain conversations because I'm so free and open and be like, dude, yeah, like, and they be like, nah, brother, people don't talk like that.
Is it that they haven't healed, or does everybody want to be an individual?
But
you tell me, what does everybody want? I don't know what everybody wants. I just be assuming, just like the rest of us.
You assume that the girl you're dating wants to hear about how your girl turned you out one night, and that's what you like now. And
you're assuming she don't want to hear about it. We both assuming.
No,
because she ain't told either one of us.
And that other girl is.
And you are too, and I am. I'm gonna talk. I'm next girl I meet. I'm like, yo, do you mind if I tell you about my last relationship?
Though, bro. It's not a bad thing. I don't want you to think that. I don't want you to think that we're saying you need to change the way you are. We're just saying if you encounter somebody that gives pushback, this may be why.
Or maybe you won't get pushback if you just tell them what you like and not tell them the experience. It's okay. That's the bottom line. I don't want to have to figure out something that you already know. If you already know it and you can share that information with me, share that information. If I ask you, hey, so which one of your, then that's my fault. That's something I gotta deal with.
I just, you know what?
There you go, bro.
Stop assuming and ask, Don. I will if I think about it in a moment. If I think about it in a moment, I'll ask. And if that offends them to the point to where they want to put me back out the door, like Ali said, then thank you for helping this transaction take up all the time it needed to take. Listen, sometimes we're just really looking for people like us, not exactly like us, not a mirror. But I tell you, there's been some women I've crossed paths with where I had to leave that state or I was in a different country who kind of looked at things the way that I did. And sometimes that's just for almost cussed. Whew, sometimes that's just refreshing. It's just effing refreshing to just be in that situation. He's like, damn, like, yeah, like that's not even a big deal, is it? Sometimes we see people in the chat, man, they be like, I feel you on that. Like, and I look for those moments because I know, like you said, Carrie and Mike, it's not average sometimes the way I want to approach stuff. So I appreciate it.
But that's
good. But I am listening to you guys, though. I am listening.
That to me, though, that just shows that when you do find that person, when you guys find each other, that'll be the match that you want. You know what I mean? So if I had to give any advice, I would say don't change what you want. Don't change how you operate because that'll get you exactly what you want out of a mate.
It's like going on a job interview and just trying to answer this. You guys know I'm a life coach. I send out a 21 question questionnaire to all my clients, and I tell them, don't try to get the answer right. Just be honest. That's the way we carry out the entire conversation. In the dating phase, I learned this from Errol. Don't try to tell me the right thing. Just be honest with me. No representatives, just whatever comes up organically. And I leave space for people to change their mind. I know I said this yesterday. Today I feel different. I'm just easy with it, man.
Has that ever been difficult for you guys in the dating phase? I know now it's not, now that we've matured and grown, but when you guys were dating back in the day, was that ever an issue sending out the representative first? Yeah. Okay. Me too. What about you, Doug?
Here's the thing. Go ahead, Doug. What about you?
I don't think I have an issue sending out my representative. The problem is sometimes people just don't like how direct I am. And sometimes I'll tell you to your face, I really don't give a shit. And I'll tell you that's not what I don't feel like doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you like, look, I'm not just going to open up to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that. You know, this is what it is. I'm not just going to sit up here and because just like how the conversation is going, like, I'm not going to be a cookie cutter for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm different. I know I'm unique. I know there's certain things about me, but I know I'm a great guy if you take the time to get to learn who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've shown different sides to certain people. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say anything about, you know what I mean, like doing that, but I've shown different people different sides.
My representative was a little different. I actually felt like I didn't allow people to really know who I was. Whatever you thought, whatever you heard, be it that. I would almost kind of play into it. If I was an asshole to you, then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna continue to be that. But then when people get to know you, they're like, oh shit, I didn't. It's so funny because back in the day, people used to come over to me and Donnie's house and be like, I had no idea you guys were so goofy, so silly, because you wouldn't think that. And I'm like, why should you deserve to know exactly who I am off the bat?
Right.
Well,
so do you think that's a representative, or do you think that's just like not allowing people who don't need that access to see certain aspects of you?
Let me say this, Dub.
It's absolutely correct.
I think that we should actually find a post about the representative, because we've never really unpacked
No, we haven't.
what
We
that
have
word means or that whole idea. And Dub brings it up
I got
often.
one for you. Hold on. Hey. Where is it at? Where is it at?
Go on.
Wait.
Hold on.
You all, bro. Hey, bro, we love you. Be safe. Hey. Like I said earlier, man, make memories that you never want to forget. What is going on here? Yep, you got to go, bro. You
all right,
leave now.
later, Kerry. We're going to finish this up.
Be out, son. Be out.
4 years, I never knew. Never mind. Okay. Gotta go.
All right, bro.
Love you, man.
Love
you.
Hey, but that.
Hey.
I gotta go.
He mad about it. All right, Dub, take it away, bro.
Man, I'm gonna put it back up there. There you go.
Yeah.
He's gonna sit this right here. He can't possibly like you for who you are if he's never really met you.
Say it one more time, man.
He can't possibly like you for who you are if he's never really met you.
Take it away.
Wow.
Listen. Just like I said last week, man, you see have on all that kind of stuff, and then you want a real man. You say all this stuff about you know, you gotta be real and this and that, and loyalty and honesty and real and this and this and that, and you got, you know what I'm saying? You just got everything that could possibly not be you, just showing as if it were you. Be who you are, straightforward.
I'm after you, Mike.
No,
just be who you are, man. Be direct. Be you. If you don't even like you for you, how do you think somebody else is going to like you for you? You know what I'm saying? If you gotta put everything on and can't even be yourself, you gotta be somebody completely different. How do you expect somebody else to like you for you?
Damn, Doug. That's that for me. For me, it's spot on. But then see, with that, you don't want to make the mistake of, because you know what I mean. Let me just put a picture back up. Because she has the wig and all the makeup and the corset or whatever they call it, the body shaper and all that. We don't want to make the mistake that she's not being her personality is not genuine. You know what I mean? And we don't want to make the mistake that she feels that she's not attractive without it. Some of these women, honestly, that I've met, they like wearing the makeup because they just like wearing the makeup. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean that, you know what I mean, they don't like themselves. But there are the ones that are out there that, like you said, they're putting on a show. And they're sending out this person that's not really them. You go home and you pretty much take off everything that you just had on the outside, and you don't even look the same. You know what I mean? And it falls into your personality when you go out and you have on all this makeup and the waist trainer. You're outgoing, you're funny, you're the center of attention. But when you go home, you hate yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the type of woman you're talking about. And I agree with you 100%. If you feel like, you know, I want a king, and you know what I'm saying, I'm praying to God that he'll bring me. But if God does, are you going to be ready for him? Because you don't even know who you are. You're too busy trying to, you know, figure out, do I want to look like this, or do I want to act like this, or most men like this, so let me act like this based on what Instagram says or what music is saying I should do. And that's not gonna get you who you want, man or woman.
You know what I find really funny? Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was about to say, I'm on a page kind of with Phoenix right here. That comes off very judgmental. When I look at this post, what the first thing that comes to my mind is that everything she took off, who's to say that's who she really is? If you're using that to identify somebody, maybe you're not looking deep enough. Yeah, I can understand. Before you disagree, I'm just gonna put this out there. Before I get to meet someone, when I say I want to get to know you, I got asked a girl before, get naked. And I wasn't talking about her clothes. I was talking about be transparent with me. Let's get vulnerable. Let's talk about that, because the costume could change. An accident could change how you look and disfigure you, but you're going to still be you. And so as much as I feel like that's, like a Phoenix says, judgmental, I'm saying like maybe I need to reassess how I really get to know someone, to say I know them, or I know how I'm used to seeing you versus I know you, two different things.
Okay, I understand that. Look at it like this, though. You come out there and this is who you're representing to be. Just like Michael said earlier, some people get a false sense of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like that is their confidence. I don't even say a false sense of confidence. They dress up and then they turn into a completely different person. Some people have these little nicknames for themselves, you know what I'm saying, when they get dressed up like that. Oh, I'm this person, I'm that person, you know what I'm saying? When I put on my wig, I'm so-and-so, I'm this and that. You're not really showing me who you are, because now you just sold this little fiery, fierce, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm bad, I'm that. Secondly, in addition to that, most women will tell you having all that stuff on you very uncomfortable. So you probably walking around with the shit face because you uncomfortable, your feet hurt, your waist is sucked in, you can't even really eat a good meal because you worried about that damn corset. You know what I'm saying? Like that corset is so tight. So in the position already, you know what I'm saying? Like you halfway uncomfortable, you know what I mean? First off, you have to be uncomfortable, and then the other part of it, a lot of times, like I said, you have on this fake facade of who you are in that moment, because you're in that character now. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand sometimes people want to get dolled up and they just want to enhance themselves. What that lady was doing, that was a completely different thing than enhance.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. Somebody said like when they talked to I can put their comment up. They said in a comment, I think it was Portia Renee. She said, when I talk to women and teens about applying makeup, I always say this: you want to enhance what you have, not paint a new face. Ooh, now let me tell you where this is probably mental health for me. I tell people all the time, I got staff members up here. They all do something different, man. One of them's a deep pervert. The other one's, he loves Bible study. There's some up there. I don't believe you. And so they're all me, right? So I met this girl. I know this girl who every time she puts on red lipstick, it's just like a different side of her personality comes out. And I've accepted that it's her. It's just a side of her that only comes out in different moments. She said, I can look homeless or I can look like a hooker as far as how I dress and how I do my hair. I accept all of them as her. And so what I've been working on doing is a representative, you can choose to come to our first date any way you want to. And whatever you choose is just really one part of your personality. So I accept that as part of who you are. I don't accept that as wholly who you are. So I'm not going to disqualify this representative. Somewhere you thought this was going to be a good idea. That's a reflection of you. You could have been anybody, but you chose to be this person on this first date. So I'm going to include that in the process of getting to know all of you.
Okay.
That's a very mature way to look at it.
But F that.
It goes back to, once again, getting to know who a person really is, instead of just putting them in the box and say, this is how I need you to be because this is, what I'm used to and this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Case, then you have to look at exactly that, getting to know that person in their entirety versus just saying, okay, well, this is what I'm used to, this is what I need, so this is what I want you to be. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, what if when you first meet that person, the first representative that you see is somebody who doesn't fit in what you want? You know what I'm saying? At that point, then what? Is she gonna get dismissed? You know
she made a bad decision.
Right.
You messed up. You picked. Oh, bro, let me tell you what my mom told me today. Wow. I told her I was going to say this on the show if it needed to come up. It came up. Mom said she was going on a date, right? She said, I'm going to go out. She said, Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Who
You
is
know who it
this
is.
nigga? Who is
Dub,
this nigga?
Dub knows who he is. Relax. Dub knows he's good.
Okay.
You know who he is. I'm not gonna say his name.
All right.
Mike, we'll feel you give you the background story in a little bit. Solid, 100%. But she said I had to come over here. I'm gonna grab some shoes or whatnot. So I, to go with my outfit I'm gonna wear tonight. And she said I was talking to some other friends about people they date or their husbands or whatnot, and they just have to vent and complain. And she was like, man, like just everybody has a story to tell, and situations are only what you make them. She said I came, to get my outfit, get my shoes, but I'm also going to choose my attitude tonight to go along with my outfit.
Oh.
She said, you don't just put on your outfit, put on your attitude and the mindset as well. I was like, Mom, stop. She was like, this is a part of your wardrobe. What attitude, what personality, all that needs to come together. Like, wow, I need to share that tonight because some people feel like their outfit speaks for them and they don't need to communicate, or they don't need to be nice, or they don't need to be communicative. They don't need to, have a personality because their outfit is just like Errol did in his video.
I was trying to teach the white girl how to hey, she said, look, she said, I'm white. I'm around you beautiful people.
Right.
Hey, Brittany was funny, man.
Yeah, she was good people.
Hey, she was. So I had to show her a little something.
Nah, but that's pretty good. For me, if I ask you out on a date and I'm feeling you, my personality is gonna be what it is. I don't have to choose a personality because I want to be there. So I'm gonna display things that show that I want to be there. I'm gonna be smiling, I'm gonna be funny because this is what I want. If I didn't want it, then I wouldn't have asked you. So I'm not gonna come out on a date with a stank face or acting like I don't really want to be here. Why? To me, that means you're playing games.
You know what's crazy about that though, Mike? Some people will still call that a representative. Oh, you just representing your happy side. Show me your sad side too. They would.
Why would I show you that and I'm not in a sad situation? Because you want me to be sad? You want me to come to the date sad?
Because now you're being real. Because they may be sad. They may be. See, these are people I know who lean towards sad stories. That's where they trauma bond, or that's where they connect. And so if you're just happy all the time, this is your representative. I need to see you angry or sad to know the real you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying people have an internal bend towards being a certain way. Yeah. And if somebody else isn't meeting them to be that way, they might think that, oh, you're showing me your representative. Like, show me the other side of you. But sometimes I represent my joy. Sometimes I represent my trauma. Sometimes I represent my past. Sometimes I represent my future. You almost always getting some kind of representative here.
You do. You know what's crazy though? Sometimes it comes back to haunt you because sometimes people, it is a fireplace. Sometimes people say when they first go out, or not even when they first go out, when they're with you, some people are not even equipped to handle different facets of you because they may say, oh, your energy is off. I don't want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's automatic dismissal. Like, no, I don't want to be around you because your energy off. And you know what I'm saying? Your whole vibe is this and that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like.
But you, on the flip side of that, you've also heard people say, why is she so happy all the damn time?
Yeah.
They being fake because they're happy all the time. But it's some people that are in a good mood all the time.
Or at least majority, like Sarah.
Or at least majority, yeah.
Sarah's, I'm like, God. Like, if you didn't know her, you would think that was just like customer service. You're not at work, turn it off.
Right.
I've seen her go through hardships. Same personality, same kind of joy, same perspective, same mindset. So I'm not saying she ain't got other sides, because I'm not gonna tell you about the music she likes. She's gonna shoot me for telling you. But like some people, like that's how you know, like you can't build nothing with this person because you need them to be sad more often, or you need them to be happy too often than they're used to, or you need them to be more serious more often than they're used to.
Yeah.
You know, for me, like fun is a big deal. So someone whose majority of their personality is really serious and stern and dry may work in your corporate world, may work with your family, but for me, that's going to be a struggle. I'm not going to say it's a red flag or it's a dismissal point, but I am going to let you know I'm struggling. Can you just put a smile on your face? Like, no, that's me being fake. Well, I don't mean to be judgmental, but I know how I thrive in certain situations.
Right.
You know how I look at things, man. A lot of times I would just I'll give people their time to go through whatever it is they go through, and I try to quickly tell people, all right, you done? Get out that bullshit. You know, I'm serious. Put a smile on your face, like, okay, cool, you got it out. Like, I mean,
You done?
There's certain things.
Are you done?
Yeah, right. There's certain things like sometimes and you can never tell somebody how long to sit in some shit, you know what I'm saying, they going through. But sometimes people be sitting in some shit that's just like, okay, you deal with it, you good? Okay, now let's okay, cool. Like people with road rage, right? Drive and something happen, blah 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 blah. This and that. And I'm on the phone and you going through blah blah blah. Okay, are you done? You done yelling at him because he can't hear you? What you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some people just hold on to stuff like that so long as they pissed off their whole ride, and that road rage happened 45 minutes ago. Like, dude, let it go.
Let that be that. Let that be a moment.
Right.
Don't let that be your whole day.
Feel it, deal with it, get through it, and move past. You never know when your time is, and you don't want to spend too much time sitting up here dwelling on some stupidness.
So we got the first hashtag of the night. We're gonna put that in the chat. Dub gave it to us tonight. First nugget, hashtag are you done? Here's the question. We talk often about clarifying questions on here. That's one. Are you done? You need 5 more minutes? I'll be back.
You need more time? All right.
I like what Phoenix said, man. Said life happens. You can't fairly judge people off of one meeting. Nobody is perfect. Get past the surface before you make the judgment call. And I think what I'm learning on this show, especially from the rest of you guys, is to not be quick to jump to conclusions. And the reason I say I'm learning that because God brought that to me. And so when he started bringing it to me again through you guys, I recognized that I was being a little too hasty with making these calls. Remember we did the personality test and it said that, man, I'm quick to assess the situation and say, okay, this is what it is. So I need to slow that process down a little bit and ask some clarifying questions. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
Y'all ready for another one? Mike, you got one?
Let me throw one up. Don't mind if I do.
Ooh, I know which one you're going after. Do it, Mike. We talked about it. Do it, Mike.
I don't think because I don't think it's gonna be that one. I don't think it's gonna be that one.
All right, whatever, man. Oh man, you let me down, Mike. You let me down.
Okay, wait. See now, I'm feeling like I'm supposed to be doing something else.
You know what it is, bro.
Do I?
I'm trying to channel it to you, bro. You know what it is.
Hey,
when you see it, your eyes gonna light up and go from hazel to green. Let's go. What is Errol?
Hey, you letting peer pressure you.
You right. You know what?
Mike.
You 100% right.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike.
Mike. Let's do it. Ladies, if you're looking for a man that can handle you, you probably don't bring peace. We're going to say it one more time. If you're looking for a man that can, quote unquote, handle you, you probably don't bring peace. Wow.
I need a man that can handle me.
And I feel that because in a relationship, you know, I don't want to have to handle you. Like I gotta handle work, I gotta handle bills, I gotta handle police, I gotta handle other things that happen on a daily basis. When I get home, I don't want to have to then also have to handle my woman. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be a partnership, a relationship, a 50-50 type of situation. If I gotta handle you, that don't sound fun. That don't sound like nothing I want to be a part of. Like I get being a man and putting it down and, you know, doing those type of things, but handle you, that means you're a lot. That means that you're a lot. And I'm cool. And that's probably why that woman that wants to be, she's always saying, I need a man that can handle me. That's probably why you single.
We're not saying that singleness is a curse. But if you want to be out of it, you might have to make some adjustments.
You know what that handle sounds like? That handle sounds like you in charge of an animal, right?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? An animal handler. You know
a handler, exactly.
Wow.
So
I had a only kind of handling I'm doing.
Exactly. Like, these hands gonna handle you, right? Yeah.
Hey, I had somebody tell me once, mentor type person. He said, when you meet a woman like that, that says that I need somebody that can handle me, it's usually because their parents didn't. Wow. That's not the direction I was going with it. But he said that. Wow, Mike. Yeah, that was you, bro. That was all you.
Definitely.
He was trying to drink and act like it wasn't him. Like,
Yeah, right.
no, the dude was saying like usually people that struggle with that, like I need somebody that can handle me, is because their parents never truly handled them, never taught them. And so I've learned through another mentor, you ask women, like, who are you presently submitted to? Just to find out. Just to find out. Is it a boss? Is it an auntie? Is it your father? Are you submitted to anybody to any degree in your life? Because they told me to ask that question, not to judge them, but to at least get the conversation going. Remember, Dub, you and I talked about, if you want to know when a person says they love you, what do they mean when they say they love you? Look at what they say they love. If you want to know if a person knows how to submit, ask them who they're presently submitted to, or who have they ever been submitted to.
Right.
I think that word submission, though, gets such a bad rap. You know what I mean? Because I think that on both sides, I think that men and women, I'll talk about what I've experienced. So I feel like women, when they hear that word submission, they think that you got to be a slave. Being submissive and being a slave is two totally different things, man.
Yeah.
It's two totally different things. And I feel like if people can just get that concept that submission is, if you and your partner, husband or wife, are submitted to each other, that's a beautiful thing, man.
That is, man. I think submission, like respect and like communication, is a skill that you got to put yourself in the right environment to learn how to do.
Yes. Yeah.
I can say I respect you and not really know how to respect you. I can say I love you and not know how to love you. I can say, oh, I'm submitted, but really don't understand the art of submission. How to I say I'm submitted to you, but how do I then manage my emotions to agree with me? How do I manage my mindset to agree with me? Because in moments where my emotions flare up, like, man, no, we're about to do our own thing. What happened to the commitment to submission?
Ooh.
You know?
Damn.
What happened to the commitment to respect, brother? When you had a long day at work and you come home and are you short with her? How do you keep your emotions and stuff in check? Because you promised to, honor and love and cherish. Like, we have to learn. These are arts that I think we sometimes take for granted. Like, you don't want to just get in the cage with Errol. He's a trained professional. He has dedicated a large portion of 10 years, bro?
It's been 14 years now.
He's dedicated 14 years of his life to learning an art, and it shows.
Yeah.
And so I think the same thing applies to anybody who wants to be proficient at love, respect, submission, loyalty. Dedicate some time and energy to it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I want to while we looking for that in the audience, I also want to add the fact that be quick to apologize when we've done something wrong in a relationship. That's something that I'm currently working on. Like, it may not even be a big deal, but if I know I came in the house and I kind of snapped just a little bit, I'm gonna apologize. Whether it's to my kid, whether it's to my mama, whether it's to my girl, whoever it is, I'm gonna apologize because it like Dub was saying, life too short. You know what I mean? I was watching an old episode of Transformation Church this morning. He was just like, people are just going just like that. You wake up one day and that person that you went to sleep with is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, but I bring that up to say it's an art to being able to do that. It's not something that is easy to do. You have to literally be intentional about, I messed up, let me go apologize.
Dub has to submit to his sensei to learn the art.
Yep. That was white guy. That was the white guy in the gym. That was your sensei, bro.
No, black dude. Yeah.
I ain't never seen a brother I ain't never seen a brother airball.
Be like that, nigga. This is Black History Month.
Hey,
partner.
Right on.
No. The one that Mike talking about, that brother airballed a high kick. The whole bag flew right past it. Goddamn. Hold on, let me try again. Fellas, it's that time, man.
Dang, already?
It is.
This bitch.
Welcome to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Randall said we need an air horn. Halftime. This is what we do, Mike.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not already following us on IG, Facebook, please go do so. Please follow us also on YouTube. Maybe this will help the podcast on all three of those platforms. We appreciate it. What else? What else, Donnie? What else we got?
Stop eating the flies, brother. Stop eating the flies. It's brother, your Nigerian roots come. 1 second. I'm sorry.
Cameroon.
My bad.
Not Nigeria. Come on, man. That's disrespectful.
My bad, bro.
Nah, but
brother's kind of sensitive.
All I say is, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, wow, there it is, right there. That's gonna be the new halftime bell, right there.
No, that gotta be when anything pop off, man. Can you hear me, Dub? Dub, can you hear me? Can you?
Oh man, that's an air horn that I got for work. That thing is bad.
Wow.
Nah, but yeah. If we got any businesses, anybody got a shout out any businesses?
We got a business. It's called Maybe This Will Help. Listen, if you want to make donations, if you want to donate to the cause of what we're doing, as my favorite guy, Michael Scott, says, the cause is because we're accepting donations. Now, we do have some things in the works that we're working on. A lot of you guys have been faithful to contributing monetarily to helping us keep this platform running, to working on our new website, to getting some paraphernalia and stuff ready for you guys. We haven't forgot about you. We just needed the capital. And I love like how we are taught at certain churches, like get the whole vision together and allow God to bring what you need. And we have so many things that we want to do. And with these donations coming in, like we're like, yeah, so we can do it. And so just be prepared. Go ahead, Mike.
Just to compound on what you were just saying, though, I don't want people to think, because I know we put some stuff out last year, I believe, that, you know, that we were going to be doing and the meet and greets. I don't want you guys to think that we're just saying this stuff and not having any intention of doing it. The thing about the four of us is we before we put something out, we want to know that it's right. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And my brother Donnie is always big on having a plan. Like we have meetings throughout the week for Maybe This Will Help, and he's always big on, okay, well, what are you going to do with this, or what are you going to do with this, and write the stuff down. And we got homework, and come back to the table and let us know what's been done. So we're definitely working on all those things. Like Donnie said, we just need the capital, and we have been getting it, and we appreciate it. So you guys will definitely be seeing some things coming up soon.
All right. So before we jump into the second half, go ahead, tag somebody, go into the comments, tell us what's been your favorite part of the show so far. The videos, man, the conversations get real deep. They get deep in hilarity, but they also get deep in insight and vulnerability. So stick around, tag somebody to come in and join the second half of the show. We're about to jump into a video. Unless you fellas got something else you want to
add? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. I'm watching the numbers right now, so I'm waiting for 3 more people to be added because we just asked. And sometimes you're like, "Oh, they're not talking to me." Yeah, we're talking to you. Tag somebody. This is about to be a good one, man. This is a really good conversation to be a part of. And unfortunately, we don't always play the video back. So go ahead and tag that person. As soon as I see it, I'll go ahead and press play.
Also, if you guys want to tap into the older episodes, you can go on our Maybe This Old page on Facebook, also on YouTube, correct, Donnie? The old episodes are on there too. So if you guys want to play them back, if you happen to miss them, there's really no excuse to say I haven't seen it, because I sleep too late, or I gotta wake up early, or you guys come on too late because I'm on East Coast time, whatever the case may be. We got you guys covered. So make sure you tap in.
Here we go. 3, 2, and
all, Danielle, like, you cool and all, but I'm just not ready for a relationship. And I was like, all right, bless. Cool. He's like, that's it? And I was like, yeah, that's it. Like, we're good. We're friends. We're homies. He's like, no, like, I want everything else, but like, I just don't want a relationship. Like, but we can talk and whatever. And I was like, oh, so I can give you my heart, my time. I can put in effort, okay? I can spend time in building something with you that you don't even want? I said, no, I'm good. He's like, dead ass? I said, dead ass. Because gone are the days that I give relationship opportunities to dudes who don't want relationships. Gone are the days that I invest into dudes that don't want to make the investment into me. Gone are the days where we are not being reciprocal and I'm giving you more than I'm getting. Gone are the days will I settle for less than what I deserve. So no, baby boy, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good.
Yeesh. That's legit. I think for me, I've been on both sides of that. I've been the person who has gotten their feelings played with and kind of strung along, if you will. And then, if I'm being honest, I've been that person that has, you know what I mean. You know, you want your cake and eat it too, meaning, you know what I mean. I want to be able to do all the boyfriend girlfriend stuff and go out and all the other stuff that comes along with it, but I don't want the title because, you know, I don't want to be held down or I'm still looking, whatever the excuse I was using at the time. But what I came to realize is that if your intentions don't line up with that other person's intentions, because if her intentions or she don't want to be in a relationship either, then cool, we can do this all day long. That's cool. But if y'all intentions are not lining up from jump and y'all have communicated and you already see, sometimes you can't, but if you already see the intentions aren't lining up, don't even go down that road, because at the end of the day, somebody's feelings are gonna get hurt.
I was on a dating app. And just like, you know, just in a casual capacity, did the profile and whatnot, got a match with a young lady, and she hit me up. She was like, "Oh, cool, you know, nice connect with you." I was like, "Yeah, nice connection." She was like, "So I see, like, you know, it just says something about casual in there. Like, what are you really after?" I'm like, honestly, right now, the path that I'm on, I have capacity for some adventures, go on some date, make some memories, but not a relationship. And she was like, "Okay, I found that when a guy isn't ready, then, you know, it's just not a good look." It's like, "Okay, cool." Like, cool. And I went back to my profile and made it even more clear. I put it in quotes. "I am only here for the casual capacity," just to make that abundantly clear that I'm not pursuing anything right now. It's like, well, why are you on the dating app? Because the people who own the app was on Clubhouse and they told me, come here, meet people in the casual capacity. If that's not what you want to do, they told me like this is a platform for all of that. And so I was like, okay, well, let me just be clear. And so there was other people on there who also had just here casually on there, and so that's what we matched with.
Let me ask you this, D. When have you found? Because I know what your definition of casual is, but have you found that people think when they hear casual, they just mean that they think that you just mean a booty call? Like, oh, I just want to have sex.
Didn't even think about that.
Because for me, when I hear, oh, I'm casually dating, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, then you. And I could be wrong. I'm not saying everybody that's dating casually is like this, but just when I first hear it, I think that, okay, you're just in it for the physical stuff, because that's really all there is. Because if it's casual, then I'm not letting my feelings get involved. So what else is there besides physical?
Yeah.
Why do I want to create memories with somebody that may be gone tomorrow?
Because a memory is not just for someone who's going to be around. You can make a memory with somebody who's here today. I mean, just like any situation, you can make a memory with anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you put too much pressure on that person and say, hey, this is what we are, so this is the only way we're gonna make these memories, then you restricting a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, okay, well, I expect you to be here tomorrow, and I expect this relationship or commitment to be exactly what, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that we trying to make. What? Wow. Wear khakis. Yep.
Golly.
Yep.
Go ahead, Dub. Amber, goodness, man.
She comes with the heat sometimes.
So, damn it. So I look at that in a lot of different ways, man. Obviously, there's communication, but there's also, you know, sometimes people have these expectations. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people expect without even trying to communicate. And they say, oh, well, since you met me or since you did this, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be like this, since that. And it's like, sometimes people don't even have that conversation. And a lot of times people end up getting their feelings hurt because they don't have that conversation. They automatically just assume. Yeah. You know, it's like we talk. I mean, if you can have a bond with somebody, you can have a friendship, a relationship, whatever, and you can make memories. You can make memories with a complete stranger. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying, earlier in the show, Donnie, you know what I'm saying, I feel like this today, but I may not feel like this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, hey, stay the fuck away from me today, and then tomorrow I want to cuddle and I want to be with you, and I want this and I want that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody changes. And once we start to understand, just like how my mind changes right now, and 10 minutes later it may be something else, or tomorrow it may be something else, the next person does also. So we can't just restrict somebody to the way we're thinking right now and expect them to think and be that exact same way. You have to leave room for change. If you're never going to leave room for, then it's just like, what the fuck is the point?
I feel like in a relationship, to an extent, that that's what you do in a relationship. Like we're in a relationship and we're in an exclusive, let's even go as far as marriage. If we're married, I don't give a shit how you feel today. You're not leaving the marriage because you don't feel like being married. You for sure are staying in the marriage, no matter how you feel. Like if it's just because I came home today and I'm in a bad mood and I don't feel like, we may not have to talk or be all lovey-dovey, but you're not leaving the marriage because today you don't feel like being married. No, I'm definitely putting that pressure on you for sure. That's what we signed up for.
So check this out.
I say it like this, man.
Tap into this real quick. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was about to talk about the memory thing, but I'll say it and then you can talk about Randall. But the way I was raised was take that down for a quick second.
Yeah,
the way I was raised, my mom taught me one of the most valuable things my grandfather taught me one of the most valuable things you can have in this world is a relationship. With any build relationships. And my mom taught me the second most valuable things you can have are memories. And every time I go out, make memories. And so I think the issue for me, and this goes back, if anybody's been watching this show for any amount of time, you already know that my fellas are really helping me to think outside of how I normally think when I'm communicating with people, because too often I think people are like me. And so I went years without having sex. I've done it a few times. I started trying it when I was 24. And so when I think casual sex is not the first thing that comes to my mind, but I often forget that is for other people. And so it can be misreading or misleading when I'm just like, dude, I just want to like, man, we just talk, man, cool. I just met you on the app tonight. Let's link up, go get some food, go to the beach, make memories. If we talk tomorrow, we talk. If we don't, we don't. But man, while I was on earth, I enjoyed myself. I was raised to think and pursue life that way. Now, if I want to do it again and you want to do it again, all of a sudden we be like, damn, like we are inseparable. We get married. That's how spontaneous, that's how I approach life. And I know that's not safe for a lot of people. That's not the preferred method for a lot of people. And they got to do nothing with trauma. Some people just don't want to do life that way. But I do. And like my friends, I tell my friends all the time, like, man, I'm just living my life. I have no complaints. I'm not upset about being single. I'm not upset about not having kids or being married. I'm actually loving where I'm at. And so I don't need to really make any adjustments unless I have something I was really complaining about. Unless God says it makes an adjustment, I'm enjoying my thing. And if I find people that can enjoy it with me, then we just enjoy it. And everybody else can just be mad. Go ahead, Doug.
I was just going to say, even as far as making memories, like don't necessarily have to be attached to somebody to make memories. Like it's like one of those things. You can go on a vacation somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And you can create some really, really, really good memories with just random people that you meet. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have a connection. You don't have to talk to that person tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But that time that we spent together, whether even if it was just over a great laugh, you know what I'm saying? You can laugh with a stranger and that will create a great memory. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no relationship with that person. You don't have any commitment or anything to that person. So to restrict yourself and say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not going to make memories with just anybody. You can say that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can say and do whatever they please. However, you know what I'm saying? For me, just me, I'm not saying telling anybody else what to do, but for me, I feel like I would be restricting myself by just saying, okay, I can only make memories with these type of people who I have something, you know what I'm saying, that's just going to be around, that's going to do this, that's going to do that. Because honestly, I can have somebody who's been around me for 10 years. We make good memories. Then tomorrow she don't talk to me or he don't talk to me no more. You know what I'm saying? So then what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to just forget that memory ever happened or forget that activity or whatever we did happen? No, it's just like, okay, cool. Whatever happened is ran its course, this, that, and it's all good.
I feel like there's this approach that I have sometimes, and Dub has it sometimes too, and I see Mike might be having it too, just where you just like, I'm just here to enjoy this thing, man. Life is an experiment. I don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Every time I go to a funeral, people are talking about the good old days. You don't have them if you don't create them, nigga.
That's crazy you say that though. No, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
I'm about to say no matter who you are, I've been in clubs before. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody befriended me and they want to buy us all drinks, and I didn't say, well, where is this going? How long are you gonna buy me drinks tomorrow? No, that was tonight. We just having a good time. I'm not here for a long time, just a good time. And but you ain't gotta compromise your morals and your ethics. It's not what I'm saying. You gotta open yourself up sexually to a person. Memories can be created outside of sexual intimacy, and it can be a great life, a great weekend. And you're like, God, Arrow bonded with the waitress at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, for sure.
Made some important memories with her. They had some talks. I got some videos. Like, that's it. But how do you explain that to people who only see dating as a one mission agenda? Go ahead, Mike.
I lost it. We can keep going.
I lost it. My bad. I got on a rant, bro. My bad.
No, that was good though. That was good, though.
The thing is, people, you cannot just think of memories have to be with somebody that you're going to be around romantically, if it's somebody from the opposite sex, or just as a best friend, as a cousin, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If it's the same sex or opposite sex, a memory could be anything. Just like the waitress, you know what I'm saying? She was super funny. You know what I'm saying? She was super funny, and she was just clowning around, laughing, joking. She knew I was a birthday boy, and she was just laughing and joking. So we was all able to just say, okay, you know what I'm saying? You cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's, So even creating those memories, it doesn't have to be anything like super big, super, a memory is just something, a memory. You can go back and think about them like, oh man, remember when that happened? You know what I mean? It don't have to be anything super big. It don't have to be anything super magical. It's a memory, period.
That's the truth.
Man. All right.
That's the truth.
Mike, any of those videos down there interest you, bro?
Let's see.
Not that one. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna try to guess this time. Go ahead. No pressure.
Don't play me, brother.
No pressure, man. No pressure.
Guard my focus.
Yes,
if I don't come around, I'm guarding my focus. My focus is too critical for me not to guard it. You have an alarm on your house because you love it. You have an alarm on your car because you love it. You have alarm notifications set up on your online banking. So if anybody tries fraud, you get notified. But yet you leave your focus unguarded. See, you ain't got to have nothing to be around me, but you at least got to be focused on something to be around me. Because distracted people do what? Distract people. If I don't call you back, I'm guarding my focus. If I don't come around, I'm guarding my focus.
Yo, I haven't even seen that video. I just saw the title. That was some powerful stuff, man. I feel like I've had to cut off full blown umpteen-year relationships because that person had become a distraction. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here trying to better myself and go one way. Wait, what was that?
Past the collection plate, Randall said. That was out. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. I had to cancel out umpteen-year relationships because this person was becoming a distraction. You want to do this and you want to smoke and you want to party and you want to hang out, but yet I'm trying to focus on a career and building credit and doing things that are going to accelerate my future. After a while, if I don't cut you off, I'm either going to become like you or you're going to become like me. And at that point, I found myself, I'll do this tomorrow, or I'll make up this assignment tomorrow, or you know what I mean? I'll come into work a little bit. And after a while, it's just like, look, I can't even be around you, bro. Like, I love you, and I really wish it didn't have to be this way. But at the end of the day, I got to look out for my own well-being in this life.
Wow. I think, like Amber said, I just be unavailable. You know, you just like, I remember a few of my clients have asked me, how do I like tell people like, you know, this is not really working for me? How do I get rid of toxic people and stuff like that? I said, start doing healthy things, because they're not going to want to be in that environment. You don't have to really dismiss anybody. You just got to commit yourself to your purpose and your path. Commit yourself to righteousness and purity. Commit yourself to ambition. Commit yourself to being faithful in your relationship, and you will lose things in common with those people, and they will walk away on their own. You ain't got to get rid of them.
Yeah, and you know what else has been big lately is that no, using that no. I never used to use those two letters together. And in the last couple months since I started therapy, I've been saying no a lot to my mom, to my sister, to y'all sometime, whatever. But and the people that know you and know your heart, they understand it's not coming from a place of, I'm not fucking with you. It's not nothing like that. But in this place I'm in now, I do not want to do it. I'm sorry.
You're petty. That's where it's coming from. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So, but other than that, though,
bitch.
Yep. Okay.
I'm deleting that, bro. No, but you have to choose self. You know what I mean? And you have to choose it intentionally. I mean, sometimes I got to tell my kid whom I love more than anything on this planet. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that right now. No.
You know, sometimes people.
Go ahead, Doug.
I was gonna say sometimes people, you know, that's close to you when you're trying to guard your peace. I found, I can't say I don't even want to make this general. What I found is some people that's close to me when I'm trying to guard my peace and I'm just trying to take care of business, they assume that I'm supposed to give them an explanation. And it's like this is not my position to have to give you an explanation about anything. I have to take care of me. I have to make sure I'm fine. So if I'm not out going to the club and hanging out and doing this and doing that and going here and going there, I'm trying to make sure I'm taken care of. I'm trying to make sure I'm okay. I shouldn't have to give you an explanation about, you know what I'm saying, why I'm not going. If I just say no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Whether it not be my place that I want to, you know what I'm saying, be at, or whether I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, take care of something else. If I'm telling you no, I'm telling you no. I shouldn't have to have some type of explanation on why I'm guarding my peace.
Man, that's good. And that's why I appreciate this circle so much, because since we've all been functioning together, I've seen probably everybody within the circle take that step back for self and say, hey, I might not be available this week, or you may not hear from me this as much, but I love y'all. And all we'll say is praying for you. Let us know what you need. And that's it. We may send a personal phone call. We may do something like that, but it's because we all understand that you're not saying that I hate you, I don't want to be here in this thing. You got something as an individual you got to work out. You can't work that out being in this space right now. That's cool. That's not to say I'm never going to come back to this space. That's just to say, just give me a minute. And a lot of times we don't give people that minute to let them regroup or recharge. We just want to bombard them. Well, tell me why. Well, did I do something? Well, what's wrong? Well, that just pushes people further away.
And I think shutting down and saying no works well for me.
It's sometimes I found like I get crucified for shutting down because I need to take a moment.
You know what? And that's the greatest thing. Well, for me, I feel like that's the greatest thing that can happen, because it's in your vulnerable state that you really see why people are with you.
Right.
You see why they standing with you.
Right.
Some people want credit for never leaving you. But what if you're the reason for all the chaos I'm experiencing? Nigga, leave.
Yes.
Bye. Bye. You still here?
Yeah, and I'm about to say I can't put it all on them because I'm allowing it. But at the same time, I think we be giving people too many brownie points and trophies for different things without vetting what value is being added. And for me, I think that when I listen to that, I'm guarding my focus. God has given me a vision. You guys know this is what it always comes back to for me. I got to give an account for this life. This life is between me and him. And so whatever I use this breath and these resources and these relationships he's given me for, he's looking for a return on investment. And it's not personal. Sometimes it's not even because I'm looking out for me. Sometimes it's like God gave me a mandate, a mission, a vision. And the time is of the essence. Like this is time sensitive. And I love being around people who pick up on that in the spirit. That okay, you about to think. I have people in my life right now who want to spend more time with me, but they understand like the season that God has me, and they're like, look, I'm gonna support. Even though I want what I want, I'm gonna support. I'm gonna support in the background. I'm not gonna send you subliminal memes, subliminal videos saying slick shit about exactly. You know what I'm saying to you? So I appreciate people like that, and I end up getting closer to people like that. Something happens about people who complain about the way you're doing life and how it affects them. Something just makes you want to just do it more.
Yeah.
And it's the people that appreciate what they get that makes you want to make exceptions.
That's it right there.
Yep.
That's it right there.
Yeah. That's even good for relationships, man, because it on both sides of the playing field. If men realize how much more their woman would do for them if they just show that little bit of appreciation, they'd be surprised, and vice versa. If women would see how much more their man would do for you if you just show a little appreciation for that little stuff that he does.
Yeah,
a good man will give you the world if he just sees that you appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think people who are actually trying to better themselves, trying to walk out God's purpose of their life, I feel like they just tend to understand a little bit better because they've been there. They're actually doing it. they're co-laboring across with you. They're co-laboring a purpose with you. So when they say, oh, like in our circle, like when somebody got to bounce, I get it. I got to bounce sometimes. Like when people are about that life, it's easier to understand. And that's where you see that compassion and that energy shifts. So yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing that I always think of, if you understand people have a life to live just like you have a life to live, you tend to be more understanding about certain situations. You know, sometimes we understand our life and we want people to always be there, you know what I'm saying, for us in our life. And it's not always, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like we have things going on, we can't always be there for people. It's the same thing. People got emotions just like we do. People got things that they need to tend to just like we do. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand. For me, I think about it all the time. Like, okay, I have to understand that it's not just about what I want and how I feel. You know, I have to be understanding that other people want things too, and other people have feelings too. So if they don't feel like being bothered, they don't feel like being bothered. If they feel a certain way, they don't feel a certain way.
And like the 4 agreements say, man, don't do your best not to take it personal.
Right.
I think that's the part where defensiveness comes into play and emotions start riding high because you probably think it's about you. I got a chance to coach at my job this past Friday. We're talking about setting boundaries. And I used the song. You heard that song, You're So Vain, you probably think this song is about you.
Yeah.
I used that quote and I said, you're so vain that you probably think this boundary is about you. This boundary isn't about you. This boundary is about me and God. Stop taking everything so personal. Like it's a shot at you.
That's good.
I like what Amber said. Amber said it's not rejection. It's just obligations. It's just life that I have to manage. Children, health that I have to manage. People want to hang out with me. And I'm like, man, I need to take a nap. Oh, man, you take a nap anytime. No, I want to take a nap right now. Like that's what my body is telling me it needs. You know what I'm saying to you? So we got one. Kim. What about situations when you're checking on someone and it's not that you're trying to be intrusive, but you're just trying to make sure they're good? And if they're ghosting you but claiming nobody is there for them, what can you do? Ooh. I think the answer is in the question. Ooh. What can you do with a ghost?
So check this out. Sometimes you checking on somebody still. Sometimes people checking on somebody can just simply be them being nosy. Sometimes I mean, just because somebody say they're checking on you doesn't always mean that their intentions are in a good place. Okay. You know, sometimes, and I'm not saying anything directed towards you, Kim, but I'm just saying, like, you can still say nobody is there for you. You know what I'm saying? If they're not there, just because somebody say, "Hey, I'm checking on you," doesn't mean that they're trying to be there for you. Sometimes they're being nosy. Sometimes they just want to know, "Hey, you good? You all right?" Sometimes they are trying to make sure, because there's a difference between checking on somebody and trying to do something, really do something to make sure they're okay. So go ahead, bro.
I'm about to say, and sometimes this is the moment where it goes back to show you if you've really been paying attention to that person or not, to know what they need without asking.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm about to say, I've been in situations before where people didn't call me. Carrie, showed up, did this, bounced. Because I would listen to this lady once. She was talking about mental health. She said the last thing you want to give somebody who's going through something is homework. I said, what do you mean? Homework is like, call me, let me know what you need. She said, that's grief homework. I'm already going through something. Don't give me something else to do. Sometimes you're trying to check on somebody and they just ain't got the words.
Right.
And you don't know about the backstory because y'all ain't really got to that. They not really comfortable talking about it yet. And just because you care doesn't mean all of a sudden they have the words.
That's perfect. That's so perfect. I remember when Granny passed, I went over to Carrie's house, and all the family was inside. Me and Carrie went outside to the front, and we sat on the porch like 45 minutes. Didn't say nothing to each other. I didn't say nothing to him. He didn't say nothing to me. Later on, he thanked me and was so happy and appreciative that I did. Thank you for just sitting here and not saying nothing.
Yeah,
you got to know the people that you say you're trying to check on. You know what I mean? You got to know that if the person says, "Hey, I don't really feel like talking, so I'll get with you another time." You got to know should I actually show up, should I call, or should I just stay away? If you don't, sometimes that can be considered intrusive by the other person.
And I want to add this to the end. I've been that person who's been called intrusive, and if that's ever been something that somebody told you, let's not become weary in well doing. Just because we did try to check on somebody, they ghosted us, or just because we tried to check on somebody and they didn't really want to tell us about it. I had to work on not now approaching every situation from that hardness of heart, because like, damn, nigga, I was just trying to be a good person to you.
Right.
I was trying to have your back. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
I think for me, I just had to remind myself that sometimes I got to watch people play out their own problems.
Ooh.
That's what God is instructing me to do. Sometimes you got to just back up, because my grandfather had a quote. He said, never let the devil bail you out of a situation that God put you in. Sometimes God wants that person to sit in that by themselves because he's teaching them something. And sometimes your help can be a hindrance. So just be not weary and well doing. I'm not allowed to participate this time. It's all good. I go somewhere else.
You know, I'm the type.
Hey man, you missed it, Dub. You didn't air horn me, bro.
Hey.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
They're finna call the police in 2 seconds.
This nigga tooting again.
Yeah, it is kind of late now. I can't be doing that no more. And I got old people by me too, bro.
Oh, they
downstairs. Downstairs. Babe, John, you hear that? Think it's Jesus. It's Jesus.
Yeah. So, what I was gonna say, I'm the type of person that when I am going through a lot and things feel heavy, I do kind of withdraw and I do kind of separate myself. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that I don't appreciate people checking up on me and, you know, asking me, but sometimes it's just, you know, sometimes I just need to take that space to just say, okay, you know what? I'm cool. And even if you ask me, hey, you good? I'm gonna let you know, yeah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, you know what I mean? Or whatever. I may open up and I may say something. But like, for me, I don't like a lot of loose words. You know, like, don't try to make sure I'm okay by just saying, hey, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather you just say you good. No, I'm dealing with something, I'll be all right. Versus, you know what I'm saying, you just try to act like you're doing something. You know what I mean? Number one, you just trying to find out what the fuck is going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Or number two is just like, all you want to do is just talk and just like, no, that's not the type of person that I am.
Right,
you know what I mean? And I appreciate, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate anybody. Like, I always think about it like this. If somebody calls you, be appreciative of it, because they're taking their time, they're thinking about you. Sometimes people want to use you. Sometimes they call you because they're trying to use you. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you have to use your discernment to figure out what that call was for. But sometimes it's just the little things I'm very appreciative of. You know what I mean? Just thinking about me, even just want to know if I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you good? You know what I mean? You was on my mind. And for me, if somebody's asking me something, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you good? I'm just there to check on you. Be prepared for what you asking for, because I may not I may tell you, no, I'm not good. I may tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is how I'm feeling fucked up, blah blah blah. Don't just hurry up and rush me off. Oh, I was just calling to check on you, you know what I'm saying? I highlight you. What the fuck you call me for? You know what I'm saying? You really not trying to make sure I'm okay. You just, you know what I'm saying? You want to give that perception of you trying to make sure I'm okay, but
you know what, Doug? This is why I like my circle so much, because we're different. Me, you, Mike, Carrie, Pookie, we all different. And sometimes Dub needs Carrie, not Donnie. Sometimes Mike needs Pookie, not Errol. And I love the fact that we're all so different that if one of us isn't included in the conversation, I'm probably the last person to pick this up. Because you guys know I want to be, we the circle. Everybody should know everything. Like, nah, everybody not. Donnie, you got a way of doing things that just aren't healthy for me. I don't like the way it's done like that. Doesn't mean I'm bad, just means I'm unique, just like the rest of us. But I love the fact that we got this circle where we can get what we think we need from different people, and other person get left out and be okay with that.
Yeah.
You got this right here, because since Kim put this question into motion. Okay, so you guys say leave them alone, but then when situations come up where someone has gone as far as to commit suicide or harm themselves, and people always want to say, I was here for them and they could have called me. So should you just sit back and let those things play out? Not to get too deep, but since mental health is the topic on this show, I promise you, Kim, I thought about that, because I've been in those situations and the fear comes over you. Like, what is this person going to do? And in situations, and especially if they've already tried it before, that fear is real and it doesn't let you sleep. It doesn't let you carry on with your day as normal. I've had to learn. I've been shut out of those situations at times as well. You guys know, I used to 2 years. I was a counselor to suicide prevention and depression group. Got close with some of those people. That's when you got to understand that God cares more about them than you do. You got to. I used this tactic in my last relationship. My ex used to block me out because her trauma. She got triggered from things I did from her childhood trauma. I used to always tell her, I said, if I can't reach you, God can. So I'm gonna pray to him, and he gonna talk straight to you. I said, I've always found a way to look after the people that I care for. And so, Kim, that situation is real. I've been there, and I had to learn to rely on God, who has access to everybody at all times, and just petition my request there.
Yeah, because we can't save everybody, even though we want to. You know what I mean? Yeah. We all got family members, loved ones who we want to help. We want to do something for. We want to save. And the reality of it is, we can't. We're one person. You know, we can only be so many places. So many, you know what I mean? In an instant. So, you know, that trust in God and just leaving it in God's hands is big, man.
And I like what Alicia said. But you can't do that to yourself. You can't dictate someone's end. Like, it's hard to not take the blame.
It is.
It is challenging. That's something that, again, therapy does help with as well. It's hard to not take the blame for what else I could have done, because we just don't know if that would have helped either. So we got to be careful with that. Go ahead, Dub.
No, it's for me. It just makes me think of, like, sometimes people are in different places. You know what I'm saying? And checking on people is good. You know, especially if you care about them, if they were on your mind. You know what I'm saying? The way they receive you is how they receive you, and you can't do anything about that. You know, I just say, you know, for anything, just if you're gonna check on somebody, you know what I'm saying? For me, if somebody was gonna check on me, just be honest on your checking up on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't just call me to say I'm checking up on you just to get some brown points, or just to make it seem like you really care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of those things to where, if you ask me how I'm doing, be prepared for me to tell you how I'm doing. Don't just ask me just because you're expecting me to say I'm fine, or I'm straight, or I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna ask me how I'm feeling, be prepared for my answer, because my answer may not be I'm good. My answer may be like, you know what, man, I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? Or, man, look, I'm feeling like this. Or, you know, but if you're not prepared for that answer, don't even ask me. Because if you ask me that question and you're not prepared for that answer, all it's going to do is piss me off. Because it makes it seem like, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck you asked me for? You know what I mean? Just for me, if anybody's going to ask me how I'm doing, make sure you have that capacity for my answer.
I was just about to say that. I've not asked plenty of people how they were doing, because I checked in with myself first. What can I handle right now out in public? Even though I'm supposed to go out there and be the light, like God said, there's certain days I don't have it, and so I don't want to start something I can't finish.
Yeah, it's about being true to yourself and then being genuine with that other person. If your intentions aren't genuine, then just keep it to yourself.
Wow. All right.
You know what, Amber? You see
what Amber say, bro?
How you doing, Dub?
Hey, see, that's the second time.
listen, man. Right now, like I said, I'm on a high. I am on a high for my birthday weekend, man. I'm feeling so wonderful, man. I'm feeling like, honestly, I'm gonna say this, and you know what I'm saying, for anybody who knows me or who's been listening to me long enough on here, I am on a high, and I'm on a high, and I feel it emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not blocking nothing from, you know what I'm saying, whatever emotions I feel, I'm legit open to feeling my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. And for a while, for me, that's just like, you know what? I don't deal with that. I don't feel it. It is what it is. You know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I am on such a high right now, and I'm feeling so good. Like, I am in a space to feel my emotions.
Man, that's crazy, man. For real, like seriously, man. That blesses me so much to hear that, man. Just even watching you at on Friday night, and then watching the video that Donnie put together, you can see it. You can see it in your eyes. You can see it in your spirit. You can just see it, man. It made me happy. It made me happy just to being around you on Friday, man. It was good, man. It was good vibes, man. It was And that's so keep that high going, man. We don't, and that's the thing. People think that moments are what are happiness is in moments. It doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? We can keep that as long as we need it. You know, and of course we'll have times where some days are better than others, but for the most part, man, we can hang on to that as long as we need to. As long as we want to.
I put that in the next hashtag from Dub, new norm, man. You ain't on the high, you just at a new level. This is gonna be the standard, and you can get higher than this, man. That's new norms, man. I'm proud of you, and I'm doing my best to continue to support you in this, man. Like the good book always said, man. Whatever you acquire requires maintenance. So we're gonna take care of this.
That's it.
All right.
Happy birthday, Phoenix Austin.
Miss Austin, happy birthday. All right, Austin. Oh no, I thought that was your boy Alton's Peoples. That's somebody different. All right, fellas. Before we do like mental health and stuff, let's do this because I want somebody that's comfortable with me, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gee, I want somebody, you know, let me just yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all seen not low down dirty shame. I'm gonna get you sucker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind.
Hey, my man's was shook. My man's was shook.
So
yeah, he didn't know what was going on, who that was up underneath that wig, none of that.
I'm gonna play it one more time. I just want you to watch his face when it first peels off.
Golly.
We got any professional lip readers in the building? I want to know what he said at the end of that video. That
right. I was thinking the same thing.
It's over.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. So, Dub, what's wrong, man?
That nigga's like, are you serious right now?
I don't know if he's frozen or if his soul is shook as well, man.
Right. That was crazy.
What do you want, Mike? Do you want a woman to get that comfortable with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I want you to be able to feel free to take your wig off, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I don't want to find out that you're a whole nother person up underneath there. I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to then find out that who I was attracted to physically now is not the person that once you start taking off everything.
You know, Mike, you know about cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And trucks and whatnot. You ever seen like a Tahoe and they end up putting like the Escalade front on it? And then they end up putting like a Camaro runner underneath it, and you're like, what kind of car is that? And all of a sudden, you find out like none of that is factory.
None of it.
But sometimes it runs just as smooth. You know, it just ain't it. But here's the kicker that somebody taught me at an automotive place.
You're such an advocate, dude.
I am, but this is what he told me. He said that it may run smooth, it may look great, you can't tell nothing. He said, but it's not gonna hold up the same way in an accident.
Whoa.
Hey. And then
that was the issue.
But this is the thing. When you start to put all those pieces together and something goes wrong, what dealership do you take it to?
Nah, you take that to somebody's backyard. Like, okay,
right.
I got you, man.
Paco gonna have to hook that up. For
hey,
real.
man, creative as hell, boy. You figure out how to make that to a convertible for you real quick. Hey, so what y'all saying? In the y'all want somebody to get that comfortable with y'all? His face is hilarious. Where's my inhaler? KR, she hit him, man. Don't make me hop after you. Hold on, where to go? That's from the movie, man, bruh. We say we want people to be comfortable with us and not show us their representative, but hey, this is what I'm working with. Oh, I forgot about that, bro. You remember that episode of Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
With him and Gina was locked in the basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tisha Campbell.
Yeah. Start taking off nails, eyelashes, wig.
Bruh, you better continue.
You know if her body is hers. I remember.
You know, for me, man, I don't even like the wigs to begin with.
You don't like who?
I don't like wigs.
You don't like wigs?
I don't like the wigs to begin with. And I know, you know what I'm saying, people want to just spice it up, just be a little different. Sometimes their hair is a mess, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, they going through the little in-between stages and stuff like that. But I mean, for me, I'd have just said, look, why you even have on the wig to begin with? You know what I'm saying? We can.
She actually did. She actually was cute with the short hair. To be
right,
honest,
that's what I'm saying.
She might have needed a lineup, but yeah. Okay.
ladies and gentlemen,
Phoenix says she feel attacked. That was a lineup, but do you good?
This bitch. This bitch.
Ow.
This bitch.
Right, that's dub. That's dub. That is dub. Oh man.
Don't say that.
Hey. Oh man. I was gonna delete that one too. That was perfect timing, man. Portia said, should she have shown him the real from the start? Even in my dating profile, my natural hair, wig, weave, makeup, no makeup is all on display.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I want to know from the jump. What am I getting myself into? I don't want to go on a date with one person on Friday night, and then the next Friday night I'll go out with a completely different person who I may not be attracted to anymore.
Well, then tell her next time bring the other person and leave.
So check this out though. So this is usually is like a lot of the times, 95% of the time, just geared towards the woman, you know what I'm saying, being a certain way. But what if that dude comes on that date with that hairpiece? You know what I'm saying? What if he come on with that fake beard because they see everybody, you know what I'm saying, got these bearded women on the whole drape with the beard and the whole full thing, you know what I'm saying? And he come with his little hairpiece and he come with this, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, the next time you see him, he got the Sherman Hemsley. You know what I'm saying? And then you just like, what happened to that? You know what I'm saying? And look.
So you're asking if there's a double standard?
Yes.
It's 100% a double standard. 100%.
Man. You know what? Speaking of double standards, do men have? What do we have right now that we can enhance besides the war paint makeup? What else do we have that? I just pissed Errol all the way off. I mean, speaking of, man, before we get into the last, just look at this, man. Mm-hmm. You see her face? Mm-hmm.
Hey,
just keep watching. This should be illegal, it says. Mm-hmm. Photo shoot.
Hey, why she didn't put no hips on the side?
The little side bumpers.
Oh man, I love girls with a cargo pouch.
Work with what you got. If you don't have a big butt, it's okay. Somebody's gonna like you without that big butt. It's fine. You don't gotta try to be like somebody else because you think that's what's attracting every man. Every man don't want that.
That was a photo shoot. They were selling a product, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people look at themselves as a product.
Yes.
They just, if they do all this, I'll get the vacation, or I'll get the meal, or I'll get that girl over there. You know, if I get these injections, or if I take these drugs, or if I do this, you know, and like, I think we're all, like, a lot of people, not all of us, a lot of people are seeing themselves as a product. And that's why they just, you know, I just need to be good for the moment. I just need to be good to get in the door. And, you know, hey, I got them at that point. And it's a dangerous mindset, but I don't know what y'all think about it, man.
I say if God didn't bless you with the cheeks, do some squats, get them where you want them to be, and then go with God.
Portia said men enhancing their penises these days.
Wow. I
mean, vagina's getting bigger. We have
in today's modern society. There was a study. There was a study from Harvard University.
Oh my goodness! I gotta post that video I sent in the chat that one time. That lady explaining the whole orgasm situation. Like, we're gonna put that up there at some point. But let's do this since we winding down, fellas. Let's do this real quick. I want to get y'all thoughts on this.
Because you heal doesn't mean they will heal, and if you heal and they don't, you will remove what y'all had in common. Compatibility is season-based. Let's go a little bit deeper. Two caterpillars, they are compatible until they both get cocooned. Because one can come out a butterfly, and the other can come out a moth. See, y'all learned something tonight. Y'all probably thought they all come out butterflies. No, ma'am, do your research, Google it. One can come out a butterfly, and the other one could come out a moth. A butterfly is diurnal. A moth is nocturnal. It only flies in the dark. So you thought y'all were compatible because y'all were together when y'all were crawling. But it took for the cocoon oppression. It took for a season of a pandemic. It took for something to happen in your life for you to discover that this wasn't a butterfly. This was a moth. Because you heal doesn't mean they will heal. And if you heal and they don't, you will remove what y'all had in common.
I'm sorry.
Dub, I'm not messing with this guy tonight, man.
Wait.
But I will imagine my perfect pancake before.
Woo!
I was gonna, but I can't.
No,
you know, you.
My bad.
IHOP says it's best, man. Short stacks go good with sausage. So I mean, somebody will like it. To the video.
Oh.
It's gonna be my last show.
Beep it.
Until next Sunday, huh?
My last show for the week. Be
Right.
proud of whatever you got going on. Be proud of it. Somebody gonna love it. Somebody's gonna cherish it. Whatever it is. Oh my goodness. To the point of that video, though, I will say this. Let's not just think that butterflies are the only valuable things flying around here. Moths actually do more for nature than butterflies do. What I took away from that video was the fact that it's just a difference. Understanding that there will be a difference that may not allow you guys to coexist or to partner on things. One goes at night, one's during the day, all those kind of things. I don't want to downplay moths because I promise you, I did a study on this a while ago, and they really do contribute way more than butterflies have a lot of beauty, but moths actually contribute more.
Hey.
And that can say a lot for the way some people dress up and have nothing else to offer. That's not my point, though. What you got, Mike? I see you.
No, I was just gonna say what spoke most to me is when he mentioned that first piece about watch and see when you get healed and they don't get healed, how that relationship will shift. I've been I've been in situations like that before, even since I've been in therapy, just with different relationships with friends and family. Like I'm on a higher level of thinking because of therapy, how I view myself, how I view the world, how I view relationships. And you know, if they're not on that same level, or if they don't want to be on that same level, the distance will start to grow. Like, I'm not saying don't call me. I'm not saying I don't want to talk to you or don't text me. It's just that distance, because now I don't have time for certain things that I used to have time for. I can't give my attention to certain things that I used to give my attention toward, because I'm operating with purpose now, and I'm trying to step into that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like what therapy did for me, it changed my texture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like before, I was like velvet, you know, and stuff just sticks.
No, you weren't.
The stuff just sticks to it.
You were, nigga.
Now I'm silk, and I need you to understand the difference. Listen to my. No, he didn't do it himself. He did it himself. Listen, man. I feel like the healing process made it to where things don't stick to me, don't affect me the same way. And before, I'd be able to trauma bond with people around things. And now it's not that I don't have the capacity or the willingness. I totally miss it. You see how that person said that to us? Nah, I wasn't triggered. I wasn't triggered like I used to be. And we used to bond on where we mutually got triggered. But now I didn't even, not velvet Velcro. Okay. Well, appreciate that. This is your last show. I just think that I appreciate you, Portia. Thank you so much. You knew it started with a V and it wasn't vagina, so good looking out. Wow. I just appreciate the fact that people can see the difference, not take it personal, and understand what happened. Understand. Wow, Amber, God. Somebody else talk. I'm done. I'm done.
You gotta put some heat on them.
Hey. Only thing that came to my mind was Janet Jackson. Light them all to a flame, burned by the fire.
Can't you see my desire? Don't.
Both of them got to go. Jesus. Well,
that's the way love goes.
Portia said that damn deep pervert got you messing up. See, she pays attention. Those staff members, it is the deep pervert who just shush, brother. Shush. I was trying to give us something good to go off on the show with and talk about healing, but you guys don't deserve it. So that's tonight's show. Have a good night. We'll see you guys next week. No, that's not it.
Damn.
Man, no, we're gonna do what we do. But fellas, what else I gotta say before we shut this down?
Just thank you, for the new viewers, the seasoned viewers. We appreciate y'all just showing up. I feel like if we didn't have the viewers, I feel like we would still do it because it's therapeutic for us, We've been
doing it before them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we just thank you guys for sharing this ride with us. The comments, definitely we appreciate. Thank you guys for being a part of that and chiming in, because we, like Donnie always says, we get stuff from you guys too. We get helped by the stuff that you guys leave as well. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Dub, anything to ask before we shut out?
Man, once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone, with the birthday wishes, and happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday coming up, month of February, or whenever, if your birthday passed, happy belated. I appreciate it. And like I said, if your day or your weekend or your birthday day celebrated was anything like mine, man, you guys it was wonderful. So like I said, I just appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in, checking us out.
Yeah.
Participating, what I'm saying, giving y'all feedback, answering these questions, and just I appreciate it all.
And what we like to do at the end of every show is offer a resource, because the name of the show is Maybe This Will Help. Man, maybe this wasn't enough. Maybe you need more, and you won't see us again until next Sunday. But in the meantime, you can call this mental health hotline. It's called Access Line, 1-800-854-7771, 1-800-854-7771. You can call this number to get more help. Maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's a counselor, maybe it's a support group, maybe it's a new skill set you want to learn to get better in your relationships with your children, or with your parent, or with yourself. So you can use this number to get connected to proper resources that can help you learn the art of whatever that thing is you're trying to learn, man. We appreciate you, Portia. Y'all keep me up to 1 a.m. These boys good. Man, this is a labor of love, man. This is a labor of love.
It really is.
I'll say it again, man. If y'all want to participate, we always made a way. He made a way. $ maybe this will help at Cash App. We love you guys. We want to play this video for you one more time before we get out of here tonight from Dub's birthday, and then we're gonna pray after that. So for all of y'all who missed it the first time around, enjoy this.
I'm back. Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Can I get that Remy? Could I get that Coke? Could I get that Henny? Could I get that Margarita? Wanna rock rocks? Could I get salt all around that rum tray? I was like, yo, Trey, do you think you could buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now. I'm gonna
Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
Let me hear you say,
please.
Let me hear you say,
please.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all had a full blown audience on the little dance machine.
Every time we do, bro. I tell you, I get a joy out of making those videos, but one thing that always sticks with me, because Dub is not really the easiest person to shop for. Not food, not clothing, not nothing. But he told me, he said, bro, every time we hang out and you do a video, he said, I look forward to them. That brother don't say that about much or nothing. And so that just makes me like, man, I can't wait to make this brother's birthday video, man, because to see him excited about anything is a joy to my heart, to his brother. And so, man, it's an art to be able to be present to the celebration and still record it. But clearly, God has given me the capacity, bro, and I hope you love that video, man.
Man, I did, bro. I love it, man. I appreciate it greatly. Like you said, I'm always, anytime we go to the snow, we go whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's birthday, if it's just a get together, I'm always looking forward to the videos. Because I go back and look at those videos like, oh man, that was cool.
we made some memories, man. We made some memories.
That's a fact.
And if anybody who don't know what Pookie is, Pookie was the one just getting her sexy on at the end of the video.
I feel like she always has one of those moments in every video where she's doing something provocative.
Wow. and in every video, you're gonna catch a glimpse of Pookie doing something like this. Every single one. Oh man, Dub, you want to pray us out, man?
Man, I'll pray us out, definitely. Thank you, Shanice. Thank you. All right, Heavenly Father, most precious King, we come before you once again, Father God. Just thank you for allowing us to be here, allowing us to see another day, Father God. We thank you for an awesome show, Lord God. We thank you for using us and using everyone in the audience, Father God, to get these messages across that we need to hear. Father God, I think this is going to give us an extra push, a different perspective on life, Father God. We ask that you just continue to minister to us day to day. Help us just walk in whatever you want us to walk in, Father God. Please forgive us from any and everything that's not pleasing to you, Lord God, any sin known and unknown, any sin that we may have said in our mind, we may have thought of, Father God. I ask that you please camp your ministering and protective angels around us. Protect us, Father God. Let no hurt, harm, or danger come near us, Father God. Holy Spirit, lead us, guide us, direct our path, order our steps, go before us in our week. Lord God, please allow us to get some rest peacefully. Lord God, wake up in the morning refreshed to start a new day, to do your work. We thank you and we praise you in your precious Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. You guys have a good night. We love you. We'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. Invite somebody. Watch this again on YouTube and Facebook.
2 chains.